Hi guys, week 4 of the program. I have a shoulder session from week 3 to show you after I've done this quick video. I wanted to do something on the mistakes that beginners make when they first get into lifting, specifically ectomorphs who are natural, who want to pack on a little bit of mass. These are mistakes that I made. These are mistakes that I think are probably the most crucial. So we'll get through them now. Too many exercises, that would be the first one. Been guilty of it in the past where I've been into a chest session and I've done everything under the sun without wanting to leave any stone unturned really. Flat bench press, incline bench press, flat dumbbell press to the incline dumbbell press. So already you've done two of the same movements straight away. Dips and then into a decline bench press, cable crossovers, push-ups, everything. You know, you see people do this all the time. And it's maybe mainly a fear of not doing enough. When you first start off and you haven't got the correct sort of education or experience, you just want to fit in everything. You want to fit everything into there. And while it's okay to do that because you can get used to doing certain exercises and you practice certain exercises, it is much better to sort of just do 4 quality exercises for each portion of the muscle. So if we're using chest as an example, you've got the upper portion of the chest, the middle, and the lower, and you've also got the outer. So a good chest workout would be incline bench press, flat dumbbell press, dips for the lower portion, and then maybe some sort of dumbbell flies to hit the outer portion of the chest. 4 sets on each, and really packing the intensity into each set. That would be a great workout. Maybe complete that workout again 4 days later instead of a week later. That was something that I did at the start. You do get into your head that, you've got to train the same muscle group every week. Actually, you can probably train it every 4 days. Train when the muscle is recovered rather than doing it once a week. So when Monday comes around, that's when most people will go and train chest. But actually, if you do a sort of every 4-day split, it stops you from feeling like you have to pack every workout into 1 week. Don't look at it as a weekly sort of thing. Look at it as a cycle of every 4 days. Then if you've got some sort of family commitments, you don't feel so demotivated when you're missing a workout. So that's what I'd recommend. 4 exercises per muscle as a rough guide rather than doing 8, 9, because it's pretty ineffective training really. And you can get very fatigued very quickly. Number 2, prioritizing protein too much. So, we get into weight training and we all want to take the supplements. We want to take the whey protein, the chicken, eggs, and making your meals consist mainly of proteins. While protein obviously is really important because it helps the muscle to recover and it, helps to build the muscle obviously. You can't neglect carbs, you can't neglect good fats because they are all going to contribute to you putting mass on. When you're trying to put mass on, it's calories more than anything that you need to worry about. Good calories. You can obviously eat a little bit of shit now and again. That's always going to help. Maybe every 2 weeks, I would say. Just to help the metabolism keep kicking, especially if you're on a really clean diet. But instead of prioritizing your chickens, your whey proteins and that sort of thing, and really relying on protein, because a lot of people can say that they drink protein for the breakfast and they drink protein for the 4th meal of the day. Instead of doing that, you can actually get more calories into you by eating eggs or mixing oats, eggs, and honey, something like that together. That's a better weight gainer than some of the crap that you get on the market nowadays, which is just full of sugar. And it also puts you out of pocket a lot. You're not saving any money buying whey protein. It's convenient, yeah, I get that. But if you're using it as a food substitute, then you're doing it wrong. And also by prioritizing protein, you can also miss out on a lot of vitamins through vegetables. That's something that I did at the start. I was eating really, really bland food like chicken and rice and tuna and potato on its own without any veg, without any sauce, and you can get into a routine where you're not enjoying your food. So make sure that you get as much veg in there as you can. Carbs, different types. Quinoa's good. Potatoes, sweet potatoes, rice, pasta. If you're trying to put on mass, don't worry about going too clean. So that would be number 2. Number 3, bland food. That sort of links into the last thing. As I said before, chicken and rice was my staple diet. That's the stereotypical bodybuilder's diet, and it's not good because you want to still enjoy your food, you know. A lot of people ask you when you get into weight training, you know, how do you enjoy stuff that you eat? And you know, at the start, my answer would have been no. I wasn't enjoying anything I was eating. I didn't look forward to meals. I remember Jay Cutler saying in a Generation Iron interview that he never really looked forward to his meals because he wasn't eating anything that he enjoyed. You've got to eat stuff that you enjoy, especially if you're not competing. You don't need to tax your body that much. You don't need to deprive your body of stuff that you enjoy eating just because you want to look good. You can still eat really nice food, and you know, stay at a very low body fat and maintain a lot of muscle mass. A good app for recipes that, you know, that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to miss out on all the foods that you like is called Fit Men Cook. Sounds a bit weird, but that's a good one. Number 4, not tracking progress. I've done that quite recently in my training, sort of in the last year or two. Taking a notepad into the gym with me or recording it on my phone in a Google spreadsheet, I would recommend that. Your exercises that you're doing and the weight that you're doing. So then you can track the weight that you're doing each week, what exercises you've done, how you feel after doing those exercises, you know, the tempo of the exercises, how much rest you're having in between each exercise. It really helps you because you come to the next week when you're doing the same session again and you try and beat that weight. It puts you in a better mindset. You can say to yourself, yeah, I'm going to go and beat that weight today. And you can look back and see which workouts didn't work, which ones did. Adapt your training using that. It's a really good tool to use. If you don't want to have a sort of backpack full of notes, then I would recommend doing it on the phone. Google spreadsheets, as I said before, is a good one. That's what I use. And finally, number 5, giving up too early when you don't see much progress. You know, it's very easy to be motivated in the initial stages of training when you first start, but muscle building is not a quick process at all. I've been training for 8 years, still not at all happy with how I look. But if I looked at myself 8 years ago as I am now, then I'd be absolutely buzzing. I'd say, yeah, that's what I want to look like. And that goes for all guys in the gym. That goes for a lot of experienced people, a lot of bodybuilders. Bodybuilders, most of the time, never envisage that they would become professional bodybuilders. But as you keep training, you get addicted to it, and you get addicted to looking better, and you keep setting goals for yourself, and you keep getting bigger each year, or more shredded, or fitter, or it works for everything. You want to get better every year, so don't give up too early, because even if you're not making the progress that you want, you're going the right way. Stopping is not going to make you progress in any way whatsoever. So they're the 5 things that I would say for each beginner when they first start training. Make sure you keep them in mind and put them into your training plans.